Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Best wishes for all of us. Let me introduce myself. My name is Akaila Wafda from class 11 Science 1 and I study at Senior High School 9 Garut. In this video, I will present the exposition text that I created to fulfill English subject assignment. The subject teacher is Mrs. Yulia Tiningrat SPD. So, I hope you guys enjoy the video. In the exposition text, I raised the topic of legal injustice in Indonesia because currently, legal injustice is no longer considered a dangerous thing, and the title of the exposition text is Blunt Law. So, this is my exposition text and I will read it first. Law in Indonesia actually regulates how perpetrators of criminal acts are punished according to law. However, injustice often occurs. The law is sharp downwards and blunt upwards, is that people feel the law enforcement in this country is favoring high-ranking officials, rich or wealthy, but is cruel towards the lower middle class. Firstly, it is common knowledge that perpetrators of corruption receive the lower sentence than perpetrators of other crimes. There are even some corruptors who receive luxury hotel class facilities in prison. Secondly, we often hear the news of thieves being beaten to death by mobs. However, we don't think we've ever heard of a corruptor being beaten to death. On television screens, they can even be proud of themselves by showing their smiles. Another reason is that the law in Indonesia is only strict when dealing small people. For example, we remember the case of grandmother Asyani. Just because of the alleged theft of wood, she faces the prison sentence of up to 5 years. This is clearly unfair when compared with the punishment received by corruptors. Lastly, public feels that the judiciary is now powerless and unable to carry out its function properly, because now the law is weak against money. So, what is wrong in the law enforcement process or law application is the authorities or related individual who carry out the law enforcement process themselves. Apart from legal awareness, another factor is, of course, the weak legal education process by law enforcement officers. The social function of the exposition text is to persuade the audience to look at the legal injustice issue in Indonesia with my perspective. The structure of the exposition text consists of a title, introduction in first and second paragraph, arguments accompanied by facts and elaboration. There are 4 arguments in the exposition text in third to sixth paragraph. And finally, in the last paragraph is the conclusion. The language features of the exposition text are emotive verb, transitive verb, mental verb, and connecting words. Examples of emotive verb are sharp, blunt, cruel, strict, and unfair. Examples of transitive verb are regulates, punish, receive, hear, and think. Examples of mental verb in the exposition text are feel, favoring, proud, remember, allege, feels, powerless, awareness, and weak. Examples of connecting words are firstly, secondly, another, lastly, because, so, and apart from. So, these are the examples of simple present tense in the exposition text. And then, the content text of the exposition text is, in reality, the law no longer functions as a tool for upholding justice, but as a tool to fulfill personal needs. There is no longer any legal certainty. There is only the power of money and power. The law is not sharp in all directions, but blunt where there is money and power. So, that's all that I can present. I'm so sorry if there are many mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.